This video is about how you should look at high price tickets. I have this discussion almost every week with someone, with coaches or with potential clients. And if you're a coach or a mentor in your niche or industry, you probably know exactly what I talk about. Often clients or potential clients don't understand the price structure. And maybe they ask you like, it is much more than I expected, or I can't afford that, or you just see that they start thinking the interest is here, but they feel it's way too expensive. Now, I want to give you 3 points. Actually, point number 1, it's what do persons or coaches often feel, at least in the conversation that I have with them, if it comes to a high price offer. What do potential clients feel and think, and what should be, in my opinion, the results for both of them, you as a person who offer and as a potential client. What should they change and really understand? Now, if it comes to point number 1, the person who offers the ticket, the service, let's say it's a 15K program, 3 months. Often they think, can I really charge that much? Is that too expensive? First of all, if this is what you think, you should rethink the offer. You should have a very clear understanding of the results that you provide with your service. What value do you give? And you should start feeling comfortable with whatever the price is that you offer. And often entrepreneurs don't feel comfortable because it is for many the first time, or they start talking to colleagues, coaching colleagues or business partners about it, and they get recommendations, 15K, 20K, this guy did this and that. So this confuses, and then the desire grows to do something similar like that. Maybe we had just like a weekend, a seminar, or a week of something, and now you extend it to a 3 months program, and you ask yourself, how much can I charge? Now, again, be aware of what you actually provide. What is the value that you give? And become comfortable. For me, it was even a different reason. I was charging $110 for years for a service that I provided. Then I remember when I went up, was maybe, 15 years ago, I went up to $350 per hour. And then it was, I think, 3K for a day, and now it's like 25K for 3 months when people hire me. So, but what I remember was the jump from 350 to, I think the first one was 15K. That jump was so huge, and I was just not used to it. I was like, this is a lot of money. And can I really charge that? Will people pay that and stuff like that? And it's not about that, it's about the value. If you know the value that you provide, and you know the experience you have, you know you are the authority, you know where you can make a difference in whatever the buyer receives, then you should be totally fine. But this is something that you have to figure out with yourself. What is the service that you provide? What is the product? What is the value that you provide? Can you charge the amount that you charge and start feeling comfortable for it? Go out and try. Now, the second point is the view of the potential client. And if you're a coach, I'm 100% sure you experience that more than once, that client kind of give you the feeling like they are crazy. Why should I pay that much? This is way too expensive. Or they internally, if you are one of the clients that buy services like this, may you think like, I can't afford that. That's way too much. Now, the potential client often don't understand what the true value is. They just see the price ticket. And if they just see the price ticket, first of all, you started to sell the whole thing in a wrong way, right? So you shouldn't sell a high price ticket. There are strategies on how to do that, and that's the advice I probably would give every mentor or a coach, to actually follow a script and a strategy, or have a salesperson who can do that better, because they're just professional in that area and you focus yourself on coaching. But if you are a client listening to me right now, don't look at the price. You need to look at your problem, and if you feel like that service or that product is solving that problem that I'm struggling for years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, then you should value that more than the price, right? And a good way to do that is, if you ask yourself, if money wouldn't be an issue, would I buy it? Because then you focus on more on the result and on the value that you perceive, and not on the price. And if the answer is yes, found a way how you get that service, how you get that problem fixed. And often clients, they look for the cheaper way, and the cheaper way often is cheaper. It doesn't just cost less, it is cheaper, and it doesn't solve the problem. And this is how so many clients or potential clients waste years, not just months, years. They jump from opportunity to opportunity down the road, 7, 8, 9 years down the road. If you make a clear cut and rethink the whole thing, and actually start calculating, you realize not just did you pay $15,000, for example, for something else, here 1,000, here 300, here 900, you lost 10 years. 10 years struggling, searching, investing time, investing money that accumulates, and you're still stuck with the same problem. So all those things are things that we don't see and consider if we just look at the price. So point number 3, which is the solution, is value what you are paying for. Blind out that price for a second. Look at the value. What is the value that you actually purchase? What problem is that fixing that service? What is it? Because if you look at from this angle, you're not paying something. You're not talking about how much is it. What value does it give you? And therefore it becomes an investment in yourself, in a service, in a problem-solving service. It is an investment, and an investment have a price ticket. It is value that it perceive. It saves you time, it saves you headaches, it saves you money down the road. If you really want things to change and be different, pick the best service and be ready to make that investment. Trust me, down the road you win, because we all just have that much time, right? And by making this decision, not just will you invest in yourself, but you just move forward much faster, especially if it comes to business. If you need a business coach, if you need a mentor, if you struggle with, for example, generating leads or just growing and scale your business or all that stuff, you can sit on YouTube for 10 years and pick out whatever you think is good, but will you actually do it? Is there someone who keeps you accountable of doing this stuff? Or will you just jump around from idea to idea? So the best thing is really to make a decision with someone who resonates with you, and book the guy or the team, or have a one-on-one. Have someone who lead you step by step through a process that solves the problem. This is how you grow fast, and therefore your motivation level is always on top. That's the same thing on the entrepreneurship. We have all great ideas. We have all a lot of value to provide. And if if the speed and the momentum is not there, often we lose not just momentum but motivation, and people give up after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You can change that by doing different decisions. So always look at the value and make an investment. You as a client and you as a coach and a mentor, be aware that you offer value and know how much dollars that value can be put out there for potential clients. Know who you are, know what you fix, know what you provide, and you start feeling comfortable. So these are the 3 points that I believe are super important from all angles. Make the change, start making investment. And by the way, if you like this video, give it a thumb up. And if you want more of this kind of content, just subscribe. Stay healthy. I see you in one of my other videos. Bye.